Hello guys, welcome to my channel again. Today I'll teach you how to make this double-breasted kaftan. After so many requests from my subscribers, I've decided to do it today, okay? So just stick with me till the end of this tutorial so that you'll learn how to cut it, and by next week I'll teach you how to sew it. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to measure, get your fabric and put it on fold. This fabric is on fold. So you are going to measure 5 inches, and you measure another 5 inches, and then you just rule a line like this. So this line we are ruling right now is the starting point, is where our measurement is going to start. So any measurement we are going to start any measurement we are going to do is going to start from this line, okay? So this 5 inches I do is the overlap. As you can see, my fabric is on fold, okay? So it's on fold so that I can cut both the left part and the right part of the front pattern at the same time. So our measurement is going to start from this line, so that the 5 inches is for the overlap, is for the double-breasted, so that I give us the double-breasted effect, right? So the first thing, you are going to get your neck, and I put 2 3/4 by the width, and then by the height I put 3 inches, okay? For this size I'm doing, okay? So the reason why I am putting this neck, of course, the is not going to be curved. It's not going to be curved. The reason why I put it, so that I can get the depth of how deep I want the opening at the chest area to be. That is why I put this there, as if I'm going to have a round neck, okay? And then the reason I put that here is to get the width of how open I want the V shape to be. So that's the reason why I put this 2 3/4 by 3 inches, okay? So I want my depth of the opening at the front to be 5 inches, okay? And then the width is perfect the way it is. No need to do any other calculation there. So 5 inches, and the whole of it from the top to the bottom is 8 inches. So I'll just slant it this way. But before I do that, from the 5 inches I'm going to go up by 1 inch, because I remember I've done this stuff for somebody and then it was too open. So I'm just going to go up by 1 inch from the 5 inch, but at the end of the day it's going to give me the 5 inch I was looking for, okay? So I'm going to go up by 1 inch like I did like this, and then I'll rule the line to meet the width of our neck right there, like I did, okay? So this is the slant of our neck. So our measurement now is going to start from that line, like I said. So my shoulder is 18 divided by 2 will give me 9 plus half inch, 9.5, okay? Then on that mark I'm going to go down by 3 inches, put a mark there, and then slant it to meet our neck. Slant it to meet our neck like that. There you go. So just stick with me, guys. This style is so simple. Just stick with me and you concord to that. So the next thing we're going to do is to get our armhole. And to get our armhole, we're going to divide the muzzle, that's the bicep, by 2. In this case is 15. So we're going to divide 15 by 2, which is going to give us 7.5. So from 7.5 we are going to minus 1 inch from 7.5, and we're going to have 6.5. The reason why this small is because we are going to have the rest of the measurement we need from the back pattern. When we get to the back pattern, we're going to get that. So we measure the whole of it from the top, which is going to give us 9.6. Then we also measure from here, which is going to give us 9.6. We just transfer the 9.6 from that side, transfer it to this point, and then we rule a line to get our bust line or chest line. So this is our chest line, like that, chest line, or we can call it bust line. That's CL for chest line or BL for bust line, anyone you want to call it. Okay, so the next we are going to get is our tummy line, and my tummy line is always 6 or 6.5 inches from the chest line. So I'm going to put 6.5 inches for this, and then I'll rule the line like that. So that is my tummy line, so I'm going to put TL to indicate it. So let's get the full length now. So my full length, I'm just going to use the width of this paper I'm using, which is going to give me 35 inches. Okay, I'm just going to use the full length of the paper, which is 35 inches. Okay, so my chest now, I'm going to use 44 for the chest. I'm going to use 44 for the chest, which is divided by 4 will give me 11. That is it right there. Then I'll add 1 inch for seaming allowance, which is going to give me 12 inches. And I'll use my armhole curve to get my armhole. There you go. Perfect. So the next thing I'm going to do is to get my to get my tummy, and how I do it is whatever I get at the chest, I'll subtract half inch from the chest and get my tummy, because I don't want it to be too fitted, to be too to have a very I don't want it to be too shapy, because it's for a guy, not for a lady. So I'll just remove half inch from the chest to get my tummy. That's in a scenario where I didn't measure the person's stomach. This is the technique I use. And then for the hip line or the vent line, I measure 25 from my shoulder. So I'll just roll my line. Mind you, this 25 is not a, so this is my tummy line. So this hip line is not 25 for all sizes. So I will recommend that you measure your client to confirm the hip line so that you use it to be accurate. Okay, so for this one I'm using 25 for the sake of this tutorial. So whatever I get here, I put, remember, I minus half to get the tummy, and then for the hip line I will add half to the chest to get my hip measurement. That's, I'm going to use 12 and half. Okay, so let me come again. For the tummy line, subtract half from the chest line to get the tummy, and then so add half to the chest line to get the hip. And then I'm just going to use the width of my ruler to get my vent folding allowance, like that. So that is that about the front pattern, guys. It is this simple, trust me. So I'm just going to cut off this part. That is just all about the drafting, guys. It's this simple. So just cut it out. There you go. So this is my front pattern of this double-breasted kaftan. So let me just put it side by side so that you understand how it looks, so that you see the progress we've made so far. So this is how it's going to be. So when you arrange it to make your points, your line to meet each other, you see that we've gotten what we are looking for. Exactly what we are looking for. You can see it. You can see how it overlaps. And when you confirm the measurement, you see that we are right. So even though I didn't do that in this video, but you should just try it out and then take your measurement, and you see that you are right. Okay, so this is how to cut it. So we'll go ahead and just cut out the back pattern. So for the strap, where the strap is going to stay, this is where the first one is going to stay. And then for the second one, I made a mistake in making of these videos. I put it at the bottom, but then it's going to be, the second strap is going to be where that red arrow is showing. That's 5 inches above the first one. Is going to be there. So when you check the original picture, you are going to see that the strap one is at the top, and then one is at where I put the first one. Okay, so to cut the back pattern, I'm just going to fold this our line to make it look as if it's a normal kaftan, a normal v-neck kaftan. Okay, so I'm just going to fold it this way. There you go, guys. Just fold it this way, and then I'll carry my back, the fabric or the paper in this case that I'll use for my back pattern. I'll fold it into two like this, just as you cut your kaftan. That's where you cut the back, So you just fold it into two, unfold, and it's a paper. So I'll just use my hand to create a crisp. If it was a fabric, of course I'm going to use my pressing iron. So I'll just carry the front pattern and I'll use it to cut my back pattern, just like we do for normal kaftans. Okay, so this paper is not so wide, so we are going to manage it. Okay, so I need about 4 inches at the top. As you can see, as like I said, I'm managing, so the paper is not long enough to give me what I'm looking for. So we'll just manage it like this, guys. I'm sure you understand what I mean. So I'll just use my tape now to measure 4 inches from the tip here of the neck, 4 inches, and then at the tip at the end I'll also measure 4 inches. So I'll just use something to hold the front pattern so that it doesn't shift. So I'll use my ruler to connect the two lines, the two dots rather, to create a line. Then I'm going to just cut it off with my scissors. So that's it. Then I'm just going to fold it like this to make it overlap with the front pattern by ½ inch, guys. It shouldn't be less than ½ inch, it shouldn't be more than ½ inch. Make sure you get it right, ½ inch. So you just fold it to make it overlap by ½ inch. You can see it overlaps by ½ inch. Then I'll just continue my armhole to the front, and then I'm just going to cut it out, just the top part. Then I'm going to cut my back armhole. This time not exactly like the front. I'm going to leave like about ½ inch around it, like that, as you can see, guys. Then we come back to the neck area. We just continue it and create a curve to the back part. So this is just basic kaftan cutting. If you don't know how to cut kaftan, check my videos on this channel. You see how I cut my kaftan. So it's basically everything is the same. Okay, so from this crisp it created, I'm going to mark 1 inch from there. Then I'll continue the curve that I cut. I'll just continue it like that. You can see it. So this is my neck now. So guys, that's basically it. How to cut the neck and how to cut the armhole of this style. So by the time I open my overlap, you see how it looks. So this is just a normal kaftan, guys. So like I said, I was managing the fabric or the paper. It doesn't give me what I want to cut the back, but you get the idea. So this is my overlap right now. This is my overlap. You can see how it came out. I am pretty sure by now you should be able to get an idea of where this is heading to. And if this is giving you a problem by now, I'm very sure you should have figured it out. But of course, I'm going to show you how to sew it. So to measure the armhole, and my armhole gave me 10.5. So we'll just go ahead and cut the sleeve. So I'll just use this piece of paper to cut the sleeve. Okay, so I'll just create a straight line, and from my straight line I'm going to measure the length of my sleeve, which is 9 inch, and then I'll add ½ inch for sewing allowance. Then I'll create a line perpendicular to the line I folded, to the folding edge. Then I'll add 2.5 for the folding allowance. Okay guys, so I just cut off the first line, cut off this other line. So this is the length of my sleeve. So I'm going to measure 5 inch from this area, and then I'll create a curve to meet my 5 inch. So guys, this is basic sleeve cutting, nothing special about it. So I'm going to measure my 10.5 that I measured from my armhole. So that's my 10.5 right there. So I'm just going to fold my folding allowance like this, and then I'll measure my round sleeve. So in this case, I'm going to use 16 for the round sleeve. 16 divided by 2 will give me 8. I'll add 1 inch for seaming allowance. So that's it right there. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So that is my sleeve, guys. That is my sleeve. As you can see, I just cut one sleeve. So we'll use this one to cut the other sleeve. But basically that's it, okay? So guys, this is how I cut my sleeve. So even if I'm cutting a short sleeve, there's a difference between the left and the right. So I just cut just the top part, just to give it the shape inwards like this. This trick makes your cloth more balanced, okay? So this is the back of the sleeve and this is the front of the sleeve. This simple trick I just showed you will make your kaftan game go up, okay? So this is the good part. So guys, this sleeve is the left sleeve. Sorry, I wrote right on the sleeve, but this is the left sleeve, okay? So use the left sleeve to cut the right sleeve, okay guys? So this is how basically to cut the sleeve, okay? So we are going to cut the interfacing of the front. The front is supposed to have an interfacing, okay? It's going to have an interfacing. So this is how to cut the interfacing, okay guys? So basically to cut the interfacing, just put it on, place it on top, and then you trace it. That's all about the interfacing. It's that simple, guys. So guys, if you stick with me here to the end, thank you so much, guys. If you've not subscribed to my channel, if this is your first time of visiting this channel, thank you so much for visiting. I hope you consider subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your loyalty. I appreciate. God bless you. Okay, so if you're a new subscriber, if you're a new person in this channel, consider subscribing. Give this video a thumbs up. When you subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that whenever I drop a video, you'll be notified, so that you'll be the first to watch it, okay guys? So this is how to cut the facing, the interfacing, okay? As you can see, it's on full, so I'm cutting two. This for the other part, this for the right part, and then this one here is for the left part of the front pattern. So this is how it is. So you're just going to, if you want to reduce the width of the interfacing, you can reduce it. So what you're going to do, you're just going to sew it this way and then turn it inside to have your interfacing. I believe you have an idea of what I'm talking about. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.